Let's get it rolling. We out here in these streets, and we're going to have our coffee break. And it is beautiful, guys. Beautiful. It's about 10 degrees outside. So listen, guys, we're going to talk about selfie, the women, the addict, the junkie. Right? So this video is about what we're talking about. Selfies, women taking pictures and all that. We're going to get into all this, guys. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, comment below. Ladies, this is for you as well. Like everything on my channel is interchangeable. All right? You got to use common sense. If you're here to help yourself and self-improve and build your self-wealth, you're in the right place. All right? So, welcome to the coffee break. And let's get it.
I pray for my homies out there. Please God, give them strength. Please God.
Let's talk about the selfie woman that has the addiction, the problem, the compulsive behavior. I'm not talking about selfies. I know people take selfies when they first came out, and you're taking pictures with your girlfriends. You're going somewhere. You're on site somewhere where it's beautiful. The scenery is great. And there's more going on besides yourself, right? I'm not talking about those things. Those are innocent. Society, you know, you see how society works? They put something out in front of you, right? Like new technology, you know, and they prey. Women prey. They prey on the weak, right? So now they have a term for it, right? A selfie. Now it's a disorder. Isn't that funny how they put this stuff out here and it's okay to encourage it, they promote it, and then all of a sudden, after you do it too much, like anything else, you become an addict, okay, a junkie. I'm talking about the women that seek attention, right? How do you know that you got a girl that's a junkie, an addict, you know, a selfie addict? It's pretty much self-evident. However, sometimes, you know, girls on the low do sneaky shit, and they slide, they do pictures and all that when you're not around. Let alone they do it in your face, another story, but we'll talk about that in a minute. What I'm talking about is when women do these things and they can't stop. It's an urge and a need to constantly be posting to get certain personal, selfish benefits. A lot of them do it for accolades, right? Getting approval from her peers, getting approval among the peers, feeling like she needs to put herself out there to see what's good and what's bad, right? Because she's seeing what her peers think of her. See, her approval-seeking behavior dictates that she can only feel worthy if someone says she's worthy. And this is a sad place to be because, again, I mentioned this before in other videos, but her life is predicated on how someone else feels. That's a weak mindset. Scarcity mindset. I don't care how beautiful she is and how pretty she thinks she is. It's a scarcity mindset. Nonetheless, there's something broken in the wheelhouse. Something is broken, okay? And if your girl's doing these things, you need to check her. And it's definitely a red flag that you may have overlooked. Sometimes it starts slow. Sometimes there's a picture here and there. Next thing you know, it's 3. Next thing you know, it's 4 day. Next thing you know, she's doing them on the low. So, you know, there's a progression here as well. So, again, be mindful. Next one, being competitive. A lot of times women try to take pictures and they go out just to compete with their competitors, whether they're made up in their head, their girlfriends, or someone they admire on these videos or that's posting up, and she's in a silent competition with her, right? So she's comparing herself to other people, right? Instead of comparing herself to her skills and her own talent and her love for self. She's not having that right now. She's got what other people have. She wants what other people have. Thus, this creates an envy mindset. Okay, so she's envious and she's chasing. All right, chasing an outcome. Not a good place to be. And again, we're talking about low self-esteem, weak behavior. But her taking pictures, see, pictures worth 1,000 words, right? Sometimes, right? All the time. But if you're acting, these women look like they're having a great time. They look like they're all pretty, this, that, but that's not what's really going on, okay? Behind the scenes, the women are broken. They need to feel important and significant. Somewhere in their life, somewhere along the lines, there was a breakdown, okay? And it's really, it's messed up situation, when they can't help it. They take pictures, they can't help it. They're up here, they're here, they're here. They just can't, they're compulsive. They just can't, it's part of ADD, right? They develop this behavior, and it hooks on, it stays with them. And that's a problem. Now, if a woman's in a relationship and she's dating, and you got a woman like this, like I said about red flags, this is what I'm talking about. If a woman is dating you and she's putting herself out there on the market, never slowed down from when you met her, I've been doing this, I've been taking selfies all this time, and now it's a problem. Why is it a problem now? I've been taking it. So yeah, but when you get into a relationship with someone, or she wants to be exclusive, things ought to change. You can't stay the same. You're marketing yourself as single when that's not the case, right? So, so she needs to be cognizant of that. Most of the times they are cognizant of it, but they don't care. They don't care. They've been doing it, and they feel as if they're not in the game, they're losing. They're losing the race. You see, it's a kick in the head. But the hard reality of this is that, she doesn't see and can't get out of her own way, right? This leads to her own ruin. Next one. Her own ruin is going to be the fact that, think about this, right? You take a picture of yourself, boom, right? Guys, not so much. Women, we guys take pictures too, but women, 8.5, 8 to 3. Women take more pictures, more selfies than guys do for the selfie reasons, all right? As far as marketing, sexual, dating. But women that's in relationships with a guy and she's still putting herself out there is keeping her options open. She's still shopping, guys. She's not happy where she's at. How do I know this? Women are happy where they at. You're in the pictures with them. They include you. You're part of her story. You're a success story for her. Hey, look at my man. This is what we're doing. We're going out. We're going on vacation. We're hanging out. We're going shopping. Look at our friends. We're having drinks. So when she doesn't include you, it's because you're not included. It's because you're not included. So if you got a girl and you don't take pictures together on her media page, y'all don't have any pictures together, is she really your girl? Not that I need to be on someone's picture or photo or in a group, but if she's not posting that stuff on her own voluntarily, it's not what she's feeling. And you're just there to hold the space until she's ready to find something or find a better option. She keeps the options open. That means guys are hitting her up and she's responding. That's why you see in the corner giggling. And you're like, what the hell? In the middle, y'all are out, us hanging out in the living room or around the house somewhere. She's up in the corner somewhere else giggling, right? She's sharing a moment. Okay? This is still cheating, guys, right? It's emotional cheating, because she's taking the emotional intimacy from here in a relationship with you, and she's using it, she's shopping it out this way. Not a good place. Next one. Speaking of this whole scenario of this addiction, it becomes an addiction when she gets her body, she's image sensitive, right? Image sensitive, body image sensitive, and everything else, right? So in other words, she's checking every time she's doing a video, a back, a mirror shot, or whatever, she's examining herself. She's over analyzing, and something's wrong. Now something's off. Last year I took these pictures, the same poses, because they're professional posers. They do the same poses most of the time. They're professionals at it. Women take great pictures. When the women are overweight, they do the above head shot, and you go, oh wow, she looks good. And then you get the side view or the frontal picture, and you go, oh man, she got me good. However, women are very deceptive that way. But the problem comes in when she sees herself not herself. What does that mean? That means a year from now, 2 years from now, something's off. Maybe her chest is dropped. Maybe her bottom's dropped. Maybe her stomach is out a little more. This is when women start getting surgeries done, or getting their nose adjusted, and all these kind of things, because it's never enough. You see, now, not only are they not pretty enough anymore than from when they started, they have to work and improve themselves, which in all reality, time changes who you are. We all evolve. It's part of our chain and our life purposes. Our life chain is going to change us. We evolve, we adapt. That's the human condition. All right. But you tell a woman that thinks she's a 10 that, okay, yeah, your body, your top is dropping and your ass is dropping, but that's evolution. You have to learn to adapt. No, they don't want to adapt. They want to cut and slice. See, now once they cut and slice, it's never enough. It's an ongoing cycle. It's a vicious psychological cycle that they never get out of, right? Unless they do the self-work and self-help. Chances are, if they're cutting, slicing, and dicing, they're pretty far from doing the self-work because they don't believe in that. They don't have that in them, the gumption to get that out, to make that happen. So anyway, that's things you need to look out for. But if she's an addict, guys, look elsewhere. She's not going to help herself. She thinks she's helping herself now, right? You can't tell an addict to do anything they don't want to do. They have to be ready to do it. You can't change somebody. You can't save them. So listen, guys, like, subscribe, comment below. This is the coffee break. Hope you're here to enjoy. A lot of times these coffee breaks, I get them over to my Patreon first. A lot of times the coffee breaks goes to our Patreon account first. Then I bring them here. It depends. I might mix them up, whatever. But here, when you hear your family, like, subscribe, comment below. XL.